You think you're doing everything right for your dog when you leave? You whisper goodbye, fill their bowl, maybe even turn on music to keep them company. But what if I told you those small, loving actions might be the very reason your dog feels abandoned, anxious, or even scared when you're gone? This isn't about blame. It's about something no one ever told us when we became dog parents. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the tiny daily habits that can either build your dog's trust or quietly break their heart. So before you walk out that door again, please watch this video. It could change your dog's entire world. Welcome to Pet Pulse, your go-to channel for everything about our furry friends. If you love learning about your pup's emotions, behavior, and health, then hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Let's jump into the video. Mistake number 10, the emotional goodbye mistake. You love your dog. So, of course, before you leave the house, you stop. You kneel down, give them kisses, whisper, "I'll miss you so much," maybe even tear up a little. It feels like the right thing to do. But it's not. Here's the truth. Dogs don't understand long explanations or emotional goodbyes. They feel energy, and when you make a big deal out of leaving, your dog thinks something scary is about to happen. Animal behaviorists have found that dogs who experience dramatic exits show up to 300% higher stress levels, and many develop long-term separation anxiety. That heartbreaking whine you hear when you close the door, it started with your emotional goodbye. So what's the better way? Keep it neutral, calm, boring, no big hugs, no sad faces. Just pick up your keys, take a deep breath, and walk out like it's no big deal. It feels weird at first, but your dog will thank you with calm eyes and a relaxed tail. Question for you. Have you noticed your dog acting stressed after your goodbye? Let me know in the comments. Mistake number 9, leaving the house in a rush. We've all been there. The alarm goes off late. You jump out of bed, scramble to brush your teeth, throw on whatever you can find, grab your bag, and run. Meanwhile, your dog is just sitting there, eyes wide, heart racing, trying to figure out what's going on. Dogs are emotional mirrors. They don't just watch us, they feel us. And when you rush out the door like a storm, your dog thinks, something bad is happening, I should be scared too. Research from UC Davis shows that dogs of high-stress owners have significantly elevated cortisol levels, even when the owners are gone. They absorb our anxiety like sponges, then hold on to it all day. Want to change this? Set your alarm 20 minutes earlier. Use the time to give your dog a little love. Maybe go on a short walk, or even just sit together for 5 calm minutes. You'd be amazed at what a peaceful morning can do for both of you. And hey, what does your dog do when you're rushing in the morning? Does their energy shift? Drop a comment and share your story. Mistake number 8, the food bomb. A lot of owners think they're being kind by filling up a big bowl of food before leaving. You won't go hungry while I'm gone, we tell them. But here's the problem. Most dogs don't eat slowly. They eat like it's their last meal ever. That's not because they're greedy, it's instinct. Dogs evolved from wolves who didn't know when their next meal would come. So when food was available, they devoured it immediately. Dr. L. David Meck's wolf studies show that feast or famine behavior is hardwired. Modern dogs still carry that trait, especially breeds like Labradors, Beagles, and German Shepherds. When your dog eats everything at once, they're at risk for bloating, vomiting, or worse, a twisted stomach, which can be deadly. What should you do instead? Use a slow feeder bowl, treat dispensing toys, or hide small portions around the house. This spreads their meals over time, challenges their mind, and keeps their belly and brain happy. It turns food into a game, not a problem. Have you been guilty of the giant food bowl? I used to do it too. Smash the like button if this tip was a wake-up call. Mistake number 7, the empty room problem. Imagine this. You clean the house, tidy the floor, put all the toys away, and leave for work. Your home looks spotless. But to your dog, it feels like prison. Dogs are smart, emotional creatures. They need stimulation. When you leave them in a quiet, empty space with nothing to do, the boredom builds into anxiety. And guess what bored, anxious dogs do? They chew, they dig, they bark, they scratch doors. Not because they're naughty, but because they're desperate for something to focus on. Dr. Alexandra Horowitz from Barnard College found that lack of mental stimulation leads to depression-like symptoms in dogs, including pacing, whining, and even self-harm. What can you do? Make your house fun before you go. Scatter toys, hide treats, leave a chew toy or two, rotate new items every few days to keep things fresh. Even simple household stuff like empty water bottles or an old knotted sock can bring joy. Turn your dog's day from dull into a daily treasure hunt. Mistake number 6. No safe space equals no peace. Here's a question we rarely ask. Where does your dog go to feel safe? When they're scared, overwhelmed, or just tired, do they have a corner to retreat to? Most dogs don't, and that's a problem. In the wild, dogs and their wolf ancestors always had a den. A small, dark, quiet place where no one bothered them. A place that felt like theirs. Without that, stress has nowhere to go. Temple Grandin, a world-renowned animal behaviorist, discovered that dogs without safe retreat spaces are 400% more likely to develop destructive coping habits like chewing, pacing, or excessive licking. Here's the fix. Set up a calm space just for your dog. It could be a crate with blankets, a soft bed in a quiet corner, or even a cardboard box with your worn shirt inside. Don't force them into it. Just let it be there. Over time, they'll naturally start going there when they feel overwhelmed. And that, right there, is healing. Mistake number 5, the darkness trap. Before heading out, many pet parents do this without thinking. They shut the curtains, turn off the lights, and leave the house in silence. Makes sense, right? Dogs just sleep all day anyway. Right? Wrong. Research shows that dogs benefit mentally and emotionally from natural light and visual stimulation, just like we do. Closing the curtains and leaving them in a pitch-dark room for 8 hours is like putting a human in a windowless basement. Dr. Stanley Coren's studies reveal that dogs who can see outside, people, birds, trees, life, show lower stress levels and fewer signs of anxiety. Sunlight also supports their internal clock and helps produce serotonin, the mood-regulating hormone. What's the fix? Simple. Open those curtains. Let the sunshine in. Give them access to a window if possible. A view of the world helps them stay connected, alert, and calm. Think of it like leaving the TV on, but with real life instead of background noise. Mistake number 4, the homecoming high. You walk through the door, your dog jumps, spins, and yelps with joy, and naturally, you respond with excitement. Hey, buddy, I missed you too. But that reaction might be feeding a problem. Here's what dog behavior experts say. When you treat reunions like a party, your dog starts seeing being apart as something awful. So every time you leave, they anticipate the emotional roller coaster, and the fear of being without you gets worse. It's not about ignoring their love. It's about teaching them emotional balance. Animal trainers recommend something surprisingly effective. When you get home, wait a few minutes. No eye contact, no talking. Let your dog settle down first. Then, when they're calm, that's when you give affection. You're not being cold. You're teaching them that calm behavior equals love. It's tough at first, but within a week, many owners report dramatic drops in separation anxiety just by adjusting how they say hello. This one shocked me when I first learned it. If it surprised you too, hit the like button. Mistake number 3, the cry it out mistake. You've heard the advice before. Let them cry it out. Don't go back or you'll spoil them. But this isn't a baby, it's a dog. And dogs experience stress differently. When you leave and your dog howls, whines, or scratches at the door, they're not being manipulative. They're genuinely scared, panicked, confused. And if you ignore them completely, that fear can grow into something worse. Dr. Patricia McConnell's research proves that ignoring distress signals can lead to learned helplessness, a mental state where your dog stops asking for help, not because they're okay, but because they've given up. So, what should you do? If your dog cries as you leave, try returning calmly without drama. Sit with them. Offer a chew toy or long-lasting treat. Then, once they're calm, quietly try again. You're not rewarding anxiety, you're building trust. You're saying, I hear you. I've got your back. That's not weakness. That's love. Mistake number 2, no routine, just chaos. Dogs don't wear watches, but their brains are incredible at tracking patterns. They know when it's walk time, meal time, and, most importantly, when you usually come home. But if your schedule is all over the place, one day you leave at 7 a.m., another day at 10 a.m., and you come home at random hours, your dog lives in constant uncertainty, which leads to chronic stress. Dr. William Timberlake's studies on canine time perception found that dogs with consistent schedules show 90% fewer anxiety behaviors and are more likely to rest peacefully during the day. The fix is simple. Try to leave and return around the same time each day. If that's not possible, use signals like turning on the same music or saying a calming phrase like, "Be back soon." Routine equals safety. Safety equals peace of mind. A consistent world is a calm world, especially for your dog. Mistake number 1, no gradual separation. Here's the big one, and it's the most common mistake of all. You get a new dog or puppy. You spend every hour together bonding. Then one day, life happens. You go back to work, and they're suddenly alone for 8 hours. To us, it's a normal schedule shift. But to them, it's emotional whiplash. Veterinary behaviorists call this sudden isolation syndrome, and it's one of the biggest causes of long-term anxiety and destructive behavior. So, how do you prevent this? With slow, gentle training. Start by stepping out for 2 minutes, then 5, then 15. Build it up over a few weeks so they learn. You always come back. Use a simple cue like, "Back soon," to help them link that phrase with safety. It takes a little patience, but it builds lifelong confidence in your dog. And dogs who feel secure when you're gone, they're happier, healthier, and way more chill when you're home. We all make mistakes, not because we don't care, but because no one ever taught us how our dogs really feel when we leave. Now you know, and just a few simple changes, you can turn your dog's fear into calm and their confusion into peace. If this video opened your eyes even a little, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos about keeping your dog happy, healthy, and loved. And if you're serious about helping your dog feel safer when you're gone, comment "Safe Dog" below. I want to see how many of us are changing lives starting today. And if you're still not sure if your dog is lonely, check out the next video right here. This video will show you the signs most owners miss.